I'm here.
Hi, Laura.
Hello.
Hi, Laura.
Hi.
Hi,
Feeling better?
Christine and Betty. So yes, I definitely am feeling better, but I am still sick. And you will see that, and I'm going to do my best to mute because it is disgusting. And yet this is really like way better than where I was. Yeah. So yeah, I have a couple of things to share because it's been so long. Hey, maybe we should always take these little breaks. Bi-weekly classes allow for new things. And that is one thing that I'm going to be sending in the follow-up is a podcast I listened to this morning. It's called Make Room to Welcome Life, and it's a Taoist philosophy podcast. And I am agnostic in a big way, but Taoism is a philosophy, right? It's not like a religion. Mm-hmm. And I came about it in my mid-teens, and I'm so glad that I did because it really helped me personally. And this is, so for those who don't know Taoism, it's very kindred to Buddhism, but without the concrete affirmations of certain ideals. So Taoism in many ways is considered like the way of water. So you are constantly flowing around. You do not create, like, there is no resistance in life. Okay. And I couldn't believe, when things are just timed the way they are, that I put this on while I was folding laundry, having my coffee. And the point of discussion was about pruning versus trimming and making space and like paring down, and the difference of when you need to take things away because you're overwhelmed versus taking things away because you are listening to your body and understand what you can handle and actually where you're going to flourish the most, right?
Making room for growth.
Yeah. Like gardeners.
Right? Making room for growth.
Gardeners know this, right? You don't just pick out seedlings because they're dying or they're weeds or any. Sometimes you are just pulling them up. Maybe you're replanting them somewhere else, but maybe they do go on the compost because you understand that just like trees, from seedlings up to big trees, we need space. And instead of waiting for things to get like so overwhelmed, that you do this sort of on the go, and that it's not. And anyways, this isn't a philosophy class, okay? But I think it's really relevant because of mixed media. So I'm gonna pull it back. That this happens to us as human beings, where like we say yes to things because we love them, and yet when we get overwhelmed, it's not because things are bad. There's really no good or bad. It's just simply that time and place and the space that we need to breathe. And so it's an interesting thing to be ahead of that, or to be like in the moment with that, instead of waiting for it to be like, oh my gosh, I've taken on too much. So as this fella's speaking, and I was like, thinking about our class today, I thought, this is amazing. This totally comes to me, thinking about mixed media and what to choose. Because if you've ever seen me in person, and I know not everybody here has in a classroom in person, I usually bring it all. I bring the soft pastels, the oil pastels, the water-soluble crayons, the paint markers, the charcoal, the acrylics, the watercolor, the collage, and I'm not joking. I bring it all. My material list is not even that long, but it'll be like, bring a little bit of everything. And so I do. And yet at the end of any session, what I actually used is a quarter of it.
Yes.
And I feel that this is so relative to this, we were talking about how I'm going to focus more on media for the next 2 sessions, that I'll be suggesting what I know works really well, but then also to keep in mind that most of it can work, and it's a matter of having that discussion and talking it through of, will it work? Will it give you space to breathe? Will you be boxing yourself in, or will you be creating a place of possibility? So that is my little philosophical thoughts of the morning. And then to also lead us in, I got this Good News Network email this morning that I just have to share with you. MIT just did a study revealing that seeds grow faster when they listen to the sound of rain.
Awesome.
And
Oh,
I'll,
that's so
I'll
cool.
send you the link. Yeah, they did experiments, and rice seeds exposed to the gentle patter of water droplets woke from dormancy and grew 40% faster than seeds left in silence.
I love it.
That's unreal.
That's very
I
cool.
love it.
Uh-huh. And
Uh-huh.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, all of the thunderstorm meditations I listen to fall asleep. I'm like, oh my, I'm growing.
Awesome.
Now
Like
we
a
can think of seeds
seedling.
with ears.
That's right. That's like a
I
seedling.
love it. I love it.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, let's continue with like, well, I need a little update from everyone here as to perhaps what your reference is, and if you are feeling like unsure, or I want to know if you're 100% sure about your reference as well. Because if not, then we can take a brief time this morning, like 20 minutes, to like establish some thumbnails and conceptual work. So I'll just start with my screen. I think it's alphabetical order, so I'll start with Betty. Do you have a reference for your mixed media project?
Well, I was looking at yours, and it's a combination of the one that I did for um, the first session. This one, that little painting.
Yes.
Actually, I got that inspiration from a video that you showed during the class, and I fortunately at the time I did a screenshot of it, and I think it was microgreens growing in glass or something, but it showed underneath, it showed the little seeds opening up. But I love that it showed them coming from the seed and kind of curving up and going up. So that's one of my thoughts, to do this in a more refined manner. And I made this so dark that I'd like to do something with texture. And then I saw this in the newspaper. We have a lot of cornfields around us, and this was taken, well, it had to be last summer because the corn is tasseling out. But it was just the concept of the shot that they took in this picture. I don't know if you can see it very well,
Yeah.
but I just love that with the
So
sky
pretty. Yeah.
and so anyway, that, and I'm thinking of, this class has just got my brain going in all these directions with this concept of watching things, seeing things grow, start underground, and coming up to the surface. And I saw this picture in a magazine of this tulip with the bulb, and I just love that also, seeing the bulb underground. So when I saw your tulips, that kind of made me, so that's where I just want to do something with texture down below, just to depict the underground. And then maybe a nice sky, something, like I say, more refined than what I did here, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. More like, well, sustained and refined. Yes. Okay. So that's fantastic. I'm really excited to connect it to the first class. I actually have my thumbnails out from the first class as well. And I think it would be good today to consider format. So if you want to show beneath the ground, are you going to do like a landscape mix that, like, it's okay to do a landscape, but if you want the sky and then the seedling parts underground, maybe thinking of square or more portrait, and just like doing quick thumbnails to see about what you like today. And then looking for a surface that is more of a commitment, like a birch panel, which is why I suggested birch panel. Canvas,
That's what I was thinking.
okay, yeah.
Like a square, maybe.
Square's
Well,
always nice. It gets everything. It gets you the portrait landscape all in one go, right?
do you think that's, I mean, when I think of the layers of texture in the ground, I'm thinking of several different mediums. Is that too much?
No.
Like starting, what I like thinking of starting like with, oh, for example, like walnut ground, would that go like in the bottom layer where your soil is rockier
Yeah.
down below, and then
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3 layers of something?
Yeah. I love walnut medium. That'll be next class.
Pardon?
That'll be next class, FYI, the textures
Oh, okay.
and things like that, not today. And I'll discuss why. But yeah, I think square or even portrait, because then you have a more weighted bottom
Okay.
visually, and then you can still have your sunset and whatnot, right? But then you're focusing more on the roots and then the ground and the texture, and I think maybe portrait. But again, you do a little quick thumbnail while we're talking, and then visually you'll
What
know.
would be a good size for that so I wouldn't be getting too big? Like a 12 by 16 or 11 by 14. Is that what you mean? Something like that?
Yeah. Let me, for everyone, just affirm something where when you speak it or when you write it, when we're talking about what numbers to put first, so 11 by 14, that is landscape, because 11 is first and 14 is the long. So if you wanted to say portrait, it would be 14 by 11.
Okay.
So the height comes first.
Indicating the direction. Okay.
Yeah. The height is the first number that you, and
Okay.
this is good for us when we're describing our artwork to anybody.
Okay.
Okay, just like, because I've seen people do this where they'll say 8 by 10, but then it's landscape, and it's just confusing.
Right.
And it is a standard, so I'm not just bringing that up because when I learned that, it was actually Claudia McCabe who told me about that long time ago, and I was like, thank you. It's just those little art speak things that matter. So yeah, I think try something more extreme. Look to see what you have in the studio. I think like 12 by like the 16 by 12, or like even 24 by 12 or something like a little more extreme.
Okay.
Let's take, why not?
Why not?
But
Why not?
truly to have like a weighted texture on the bottom. And then you could still have lots of space for the sun.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, when we think about landscape, like you did that in the first session where you had the seeds all in a row, but then you're now evolving with your thoughts going into like looking at the tulip and the bulb, and it's more kind of it's more focused. And so that would be a nice progression, I think, and just try a different format.
Okay.
That sounds exciting. And Christine, what are your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts are confused. I think I missed something, but that's okay. The idea is that we're doing a concept piece, multimedia.
Your choice of reference. It could be directly from a photo. It doesn't have to be a concept at all. It could absolutely be a photo, and it could be any stage. The seed to the seedling to the full-on plant with flowers, if you wanted. And it could be sketches you already did in the first session.
No, I'm not so out to lunch as I thought.
Okay.
I saw this in my garden that I thought was really fun.
Oh, wow.
What is those?
Rhubarb.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Rhubarb, but look at the colors.
I
I
know.
love that.
The colors are so awesome.
They
And
look like
so
little palm trees.
these leaves are all scrunched, and then they get to be big like elephant ears, right?
Yeah, the texture's fabulous.
So I like
Yeah.
that. I don't know how I would do it, but I'll work on it. I just thought that was fun.
Yes, I think
The other,
sketching that out would be good. Yeah. What's your other thought?
the other one was the tulips, and again, I'm drawn to the color and how it changes.
Yes.
These little pokey through, and then how it becomes green at the end.
I think you could incorporate the both, and it
Yeah.
doesn't even need to make sense. Tulips and rhubarb. I mean, they
Yeah,
grow.
just different leaves, right?
Yeah.
You could do that.
Yeah, I think they're very similar in the color department.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So that was what drew, whatever it did. Caught my eye. To those two photographs.
Nice. I love that focus. This is actually great too in your sketchbook. Just maybe note for yourself what your focus is.
Mm-hmm.
Color, is number one. And then next is texture. And just like these are, because we're all doing different pieces, to just remind yourself, physical texture, like for Betty, color as well. And then don't worry, we'll keep talking about each other's pieces, but I just want to boom, so ask Laura, what are your thoughts for your piece?
I just grabbed the picture you suggested.
Oh, yay. Okay. Fantastic.
Yes.
If
I
ever
really like that.
What's that? Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I really liked it. I think it's cute how it's in different stages and the colors are changing. So,
does anyone know what kind of tulip that is?
No.
Because Kelsey doesn't know and she needs to know. She said she wants more. She planted a whole bunch and then she's like, what's the one with the pink trim?
It's pretty, yeah.
Sometimes when you look something up on, Google it or whatever, and you get this picture, sometimes it'll even say the name of the plant, but maybe that's not enough information for it. I don't know.
I haven't looked. But yeah, I thought because it's gone past that now. Like these tulips are basically, I actually, I haven't noticed if it's still pink. I'm gonna have to check later.
Oh, really?
Could I ask you another question, Shar, based on what I was talking about before, could I incorporate some of that along with, have some of the different
Yes, you can make
stages,
your tulip leaves.
and the stages. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Lorna, what reference are you working with?
Well, the other two that I did are gone, so I'm just playing. I'm just starting something else.
Yes,
I sold them. They're gone.
Oh,
Very nice.
Bravo!
I actually I prepped a bunch of them, 3 already this morning, and I'm doing a big one right now. I'm on a roll. I'm just going to keep painting.
Okay, but for me to help, do you have a reference?
I don't, Char. I don't. I'm sorry, I don't.
Okay, so
it's just in. I mean, I've looked at books and stuff like that.
Can you describe a concept of where you're at? Are you looking at doing maybe the whole growth process, or so you're looking at
grasses that are growing, but I forgot the brown in the bottom, so I'm doing another one right now.
Okay, so it's like a sequence.
I'm on a roll.
That's great. A sequence that's what we started with. Thank you. Thank you. You may not have the words for it, but I do, and I appreciate the trying to let me in on the secret.
I had a good night's sleep last night for the first time in 5 years, so let me tell you, I'm on a roll.
Yeah, nice.
Congratulations.
Yeah, right.
I didn't even get up to pee.
Nice.
We'll let you get into the groove.
So that's what I'm brown first.
Okay. I know we all want to get into painting. Rini, what's on your mind?
Well, I'm just like you. I was sick. So my head was but I've been sort of it's hard. I know it's hard to see because I don't know what I'm doing with the light.
You're backlit.
I've just been sort of doing exploring a lot of ideas of sort of flowers hidden in the green.
Ooh, okay.
Sort of similar to, but these are sort of more my colors. The orange and the pink.
Yeah.
So I'm just we'll see.
So yeah,
I've been working on a painting that was supposed to be more abstract, but the flowers are coming into it. I can show you it. So it sort of has the idea. Um, um, but
oh
that big. But that's sort of like the green with the flowers emerging.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Okay, so green and flowers, you and Lorna are kindred on that, and I think that's a fantastic mission.
Okay.
Thank
To
you.
like, it's almost like we all as a group have the whole circle of life happening.
Right.
Yes.
That's so cool. So I'm gonna set up my table to demo. Oh, but again, you do get the recording, and so you can always look. I don't think today is going to be too much talking because just going to set us up right now with the future, so you can also see the future of what this mixed media process that I've suggested is all about.
Okay.
It's a suggestion because there's a lot of room for you to customize, but it is a process that I mean, I feel like I was asked. I don't think I made this up. I feel like I was asked to do this. Whoever asked me. I did know, I mean, I did plan this class to also talk about materials, right? And we have, especially last session with the variations, we really looked at different materials individually without any instruction. Like I think we're all advanced enough to like, I don't have to say this is how you use acrylic paint. But when it comes to mixed media in general, acrylic is still and will always be the number one versatile medium to anchor any other medium. And that is because it is technically a polymer glue. Okay. So like I have, since doing a lot of this acrylic mixed media, explored other types of mixed media, and that's watercolor and oil. And I love those as well. But I'm coming back to acrylic simply because it is tried and true. And that is good for you to know. And then you can continue to build. So today is all about using acrylics to block in. And I don't expect details, not in an hour. Okay. It's just a block in. But here's the thing. Before we go today, I'm going to demonstrate putting on a ground. And that ground, I gave you 3 options there. It was clear gesso, dry media ground, or a matte polymer medium. Any one of those 3 is appropriate, even if you didn't bring in mixed media. So it's not to say that you have to have a specific one, or you have to then next week bring in soft pastel. But each of those different grounds will allow for different media in a good way for what it's worth. And I will, okay, when we apply it, I'll talk about it. Is there anyone right now though that has questions about what you have, if you only have one thing, and if it's a concern out of those 3 things?
Which one would be more versatile?
I'd say the clear gesso is the most versatile of the 3.
Okay. Oh, good. Good. It's the only one I got.
In the, and I'll do that. I guess I'll just do this now, because then you can maybe think about your medium. Dun, 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 dun. I have done over the years so many charts, and it's not really that complicated. Like I can pull up a visual of a chart, but just to out of those 3. So if we have matte, medium, and this is acrylic polymer, right? And then that would be in certain brands, they might call it a glazing medium. but or just acrylic medium. And then we have clear gesso. And then we have, well, Tri-Art calls it a dry media ground, but Golden calls it a pastel ground. And I feel it's better called a dry media ground because you can use it for more than pastel. But anyway, my chart here for you is to say the grit. So if we had a little microscope, this would be the grittiest. And this is the sandpaper under a microscope.
Mm-hmm.
So you have more space to fill and build up, especially a soft pastel. That's why Golden calls it a pastel ground. But even, an oil pastel needs space to fill those little holes that, like in a pastel paper, you can usually see those holes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're not deep. They're little pockmark bits in the paper. But again, you need tooth. And so that's the term for that. And then the clear gesso is going to be like a so it's nicey wavy. All gesso actually is got tooth. All gesso. So even if it's white or black, it doesn't matter. But because we're painting first, we kind of want clear, right? We don't want to cover up everything we're doing. And then the matte acrylic polymer is less so, and yet it's still better than gloss. So this is really, I'd say your best mixed media is going to be like pencil crayons, graphite, things that don't require a lot of tooth. So that's where you kind of, if you only have clear gesso, then you're good. You're in the middle. You can still use soft pastel and not so much, maybe like only one layer. But it's still your better bet. But if you ever were like, oh man, I really want to be able to use a lot, like everything and anything and have a lot of tooth, then you do want to have this in your studio.
Well, Sharlena, if you paint acrylic over those, will that fill in before you do any of your dry media? Now, will that fill in a lot of the tooth?
Yes, ma'am.
So then maybe if you wanted to leave your options open, then you'd be better to start with the dry media ground.
So we're not today we're not going to start with any of the ground. Okay. So when I said paper or birch panel, you just paint right on top of it. We'll just build up layers. It'll be fine. Now I did pull out a piece that I was considering to paint over, and it does have dry media ground on it. So if I did that, I don't think I will. I think I'll just start on a fresh one. But if I did choose to paint on this, it would fill that texture. You'd be able to maybe see it, but I wouldn't be able to just like use pastel over it again. Like it'll fill it up. Because it's not like it's fine grain sandpaper,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I need to yeah. So I think I'll just do birch. I was trying to figure out which size of panel. So that's what I'm going to do quickly is a little sketch for myself. And I kind of like maybe the height. And so, yeah, I need to decide. I think it needs to be This one. Yeah. This, by the way, is all you need for thumbnails. Like, okay, I know I've in lots of classes asked everyone to do thumbnails. And I am, this is where I know I'm very patient. But often if the thumbnails go beyond like 10 minutes, I'm like, what is happening, guys? Why? We need to spend the time on the actual thing. Like, we need to scribble thumbnails in, okay? Scribble. Like, it's literally about where the space is taking up. Like, you should be able to do a little scribble and be like, that's the space. So, yeah, just as a point of, I can make a decision in 30 seconds because I'm okay with the scribble. Does anyone watch Portrait Artist of the Year?
No.
Because holy moly, I've been able to like burn through seasons of it. I'm putting some paint out now.
I'm sorry, what was it called?
Portrait Artist of the Year.
Oh, yes,
I have
I
seen
love
that.
it.
Yes.
Guys, like season 7, the winner, I'm sorry, I can't remember his name right now. He's a pencil crayon artist. He's brilliant. And it's all scribbles, but they're like super intellectual, like it's like sound waves. Like they're so phenomenal. Anyway, I'm obsessed with this guy. He's so interesting. And I think I had seen an episode of him before, like years ago. I just sort of forgot about it. When you're sick and you can't do anything.
But try and breathe.
Is that?
But try and breathe through your sickness.
Oh man, breathing. Yeah, to be grateful just to be able to breathe.
I had it for 6 weeks. I know.
Yeah. I'm still using a
inhaler.
No, I don't have an inhaler, but what do you call it?
Nebulizer.
Humidifier.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, Lorna, I did not go to the hospital, and I'll tell you why. Because I live an hour away from one.
I was gonna say you were too far away. I almost went twice by ambulance.
No.
I was really bad.
I would have gone if it went into pneumonia, but I absolutely kicked its ass.
That's what I was afraid of.
Yeah. I won.
I'm lucky my doctor's right across the street.
That helps.
Oh boy, does it ever.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah, it's very scary, that illness.
Oh, I felt like aliens abducted me, and I was just, going reading every day was something different, and I'm like, what are you guys doing to me?
Yep.
I'm not a good specimen. You don't want me.
That's right. You had too many things to do, too many chicks to feed, too many running around in the long grass, in the mud.
I know the ticks, guys. Oh my god,
Oh god. How can you tell? Like for your dog?
Oh, because ticks are programmed to run to the head.
Oh, okay.
And Toshi, thank the stars, has the Swiss kiss, the white stripe.
Oh.
If he did not, and he was mostly all black, because he is mostly all black, but if his face was all black, we wouldn't see them at all. We only see them because they primarily aim for the head and the ears. And so he'll come up to us like with this big, shit-eating grin, and then there'll be a black thing on his forehead, and we pick it off and it's tick, and
Oh god.
every day. So there's one day I picked off 30 off of him.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's no joke. So this is untreated wood, which is totally fine with acrylic, and I am going to just use a water-soluble pencil to kind of get my placement down. Sometimes I will just put in like a gestural paint line to, but today I think just to get a little sense, I'm going to do that with a gestural line with pencil. I know what I want out of this is this tall leaf, and then I like the enclosing circle-y parts here, and it's okay that it goes off. And I love these little chunky buds. Okay. So my biggest request for getting acrylic down on your surface today is to approach with thinner layers. And if you need thicker impasto paint, that would be for next week, because putting ground on high texture is tricky. And then also you have to wait for it to dry, and it just takes a lot longer. So today I'm going to request thin layers, in tandem with how you like to paint, I guess. I still want you to be true to you, but I will be using water to thin my acrylics, and then at a certain point I'll use a medium, and I tend to just use a polymer medium.
Well, I've done that already.
Yeah, good.
I honestly have used all of that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right. The thick paint for next week, can you use modeling paste to mix it?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, I have that. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
Oh, goody.
So I'm right now kind of just putting in the darks in a very sketchy way. Pardon me. I love untreated wood. There's always this question I get about, like, do I have to gesso? And with acrylic, you do not. You don't have to, but the wood does absorb a lot of the paint, which is it's expensive. So of course, if a primer is not just about creating a barrier, it can also save you money. And yet I feel, because I love the way that wood absorbs the paint, to me that sacrifice of losing some of that paint or getting it actually dulls the color as well, just innately, because the paint is getting sort of sucked in. But again, I feel that is worth it to me because I like the result. So it's not a cut and dry answer. And that's where I'm when I'm adding in these darks right now, I'm wetting it out just enough to see that sort of watercolory effect and wood grain. And you can still get a dry brush with a very watered down paint. This is how you play with your brush. This is a gorgeous earthy color. This is Payne's.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, Payne's gray and like a warm brown.
Oh, wow.
And then when you don't like mix it properly, like when it's haphazardly mixed, it's kind of nice because you can sometimes see more of the brown, sometimes see more of it kind of turns a bit green. It's cool.
There's a woman outside right now who is a very good artist, and she's outside looking at my paintings in the window. I said, "Oh, I like that. Thank you." I'm right in the front of the building where you walk in, and right across my windows in a solarium are all my paintings.
Lovely.
Do
And
you know her?
she comes up to my group on Wednesday afternoons. This woman is very talented. She plays piano. She's an artist. She's very, very talented. She's crazy, but she's talented. You know,
Oh.
me and my seniors, I love it. I started an art group, an arts and crafts thing. And you know something, these people are 80s or 90s.
Yeah.
And they bring their whatever project they have, or they have nothing. People just love to come and talk.
Yeah.
And some knit, some crochet. They donate a lot. It's really, really nice. But you have to have a lot of patience because some people don't wear their hearing aids. And
Wow.
I'm telling you, and she's one of them. She refuses to bring it. She can't hear anything. And she plays the piano like amazing. And her art is fabulous. So anyway, just keep moving, people. That's all I say. That was nice to see anyway.
It's important. I was just reading up about Alzheimer's. Yeah, there's only one thing we know that helps engage in the slowing of that, and that is social engagement.
That's right, absolutely. And not only that, deafness as well.
That it helps in
No, it contributes to dementia.
Oh.
Yeah, so you got to really, try it. A lot of people don't want to get a hearing aid because people don't want to do it, and for many reasons, but you got to get past it and try and do it.
I see.
Easy for me to see. I can hear grass grow. I know. I'm like, shut up.
I've never heard that before. Okay, all right, that's interesting.
It is. When you get to my age, you're thinking about all of this. Believe me. What was I going to go in that room for? Oh my God. Many things like that. Everything changes. Your brain changes. Anyway, it's really good for everybody. Try to keep your happiness in check here. And thank God we paint.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Yeah. Keeps you going. I find it gives you a real peace to do this. Whether it works out or not, at least you're doing something. Creating.
It's a lot of problem solving as well, you know. There's like a reason why I connect it to life so much, right? There's problem solving, but then there's also like tons of acceptance, and it's relative to a lot of therapeutic suggestions of, you know, what you can control.
Absolutely.
I'm just going to do a little close up so you can kind of see how I block in. Like, this is very sketchy and scratchy, which is, I'm like, yes, I'm responding well. I think that's a big thing. You know, when I think about advice that has really mattered to me, not even advice from living artists, but like, you know, researching Georgia O'Keeffe, when she said, no, you know, I realized that nobody could teach me how to paint. They could only teach me how they painted. And so then I had to discover that on my own. And I totally relate to that. Like, it's, you know, great to learn technique, but the only way to actually really learn it is to do it. And then that's when you usually, like, you know, will find yourself naturally veering off doing something that feels right or even unconscious. You don't even know you're changing the rules that you just learned. But anyway, that's what matters the most, is that it feels right and that your response to it is with joy, and you're like, yes, it's a yes for me. So when I make a So it's, color palette is one thing for sure. And then also the brush you choose and the stroke you get, and allowing yourself to say, oh, you know what, that feels good. It may not be like maybe I shouldn't overthink it and be like, oh, because it's not this or that. It feels good. Let's just do it and keep going with that. And that's enough. So anyway, in that, if something is not feeling good, then let me know and we'll sort that out at that time. Because I'm not here to tell you to stop doing things that are working. I'm here to help when things are not.
Yep.
Oh, great. I'm just using my Kleenex now. That's for my nose as my paint rag. Great. Because, yeah.
Whatever works.
It's probably a problem if you now go and blow your nose on
Yeah.
it.
What if we don't know? It'll be like a mustache of paint. Oh, okay. I can't have this in my hand. It's not working. Okay. Switch. One of the things I liked about this reference was the palette. It's very springy.
Oh, I love that, Char. Fabulous.
This thing?
Yeah, just that, but what you're doing right now, fabulous.
Well, thank you. Oh my gosh, I wish I could watch what you guys are doing too. But it's nice to hear that. Thank you.
Yeah, it looks great. With the pink thrown in, love it.
Yes, right?
Yeah, pops. Love it. Oh, nice.
So this is the palette I chose, and it's working out pretty well.
Yeah, I like it.
Queen Magenta,
Yeah.
primary yellow,
Yeah.
green gold,
Mm.
Payne's gray, and then that brown. And I have to say, I also put, oh, and then sap green. I also put out an orange and a teal, which I think I will use as accents, but I think right now that is enough, and that's a pretty minimal palette.
Shar, can I ask you a question?
Of course, yep.
I'm just drawing it out on my, I found a 16 by 12
Nice.
birch. And I'm not sure, I mean, since there won't be a frame or anything around it, if I were so to hang it up or something, I've got my tulip is almost coming off the top part. Is that okay? I'll show you here the drawing. I just did a drawing. I haven't painted it yet. I'm still just drawing it on.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
No.
No,
Hold it so I can see the bottom. So
but I
here,
figured, but I thought this would be heavy, with texture, but still don't do that.
mm, it bothers me that there's still this inch of space underneath the bulb. I'd almost rather you're gonna keep the flower where it is to bring the bulb right to the bottom so that the flower stretches the whole span of it.
So just bring the bulb down
Yeah. I
or
mean,
the
that's what
roots,
I would suggest.
or what about roots or not? I mean, I was thinking I could make more a thing out of the roots or no,
Do bulb roots come out bottom and side or just bottom?
pretty much the bottom.
Okay. Then those roots need to be crazy and big, like it need because right now it feels like it's misplaced.
Right.
So you have to make it like it's not.
Well, I do feel like maybe the flower looks like, oops, she ran out of room.
It is. So I mean in that you can
Could I
Like actually make the flower being completely cut off, like so where we can't see the top of it. That's an option, because do I need to see the top of the petals? No, I just need to, so I actually like that might be a thing interesting to just like have the flower go completely right off the top and not have the crown visible.
Okay.
But I think no matter what, the I don't know if the bulb is big enough. Can we get some other gardeners weighed in on here for
make the bulb bigger?
Yeah. Can you hold it back just a little bit so people can see the whole thing? It's hard to see with the pencil, but if we can just give her some compositional feedback, please.
I think now when I look at the picture, the bulb is, compared to the size of the flower, the bulb should be bigger in the picture that I'm looking at.
Yeah.
So maybe, I mean, and it doesn't have to be realistic. I mean, it could be even exaggerated.
Yeah. I would
I
probably
am thinking of putting some heavy stuff down here.
Yeah, so the bulb is showing though?
Yes, I'm going to show the bulb, yes.
Oh, I see, okay.
It's a cross section of the dirt.
Right, I'm going to put like texture on here to indicate dirt below ground.
Yeah, you could tell better if with the dirt with it. I think you have to kind of, I didn't know whether the bulb was showing or not, but yeah, once you have the dirt around and coming up around it, it will look better, I think.
But make it a little bigger, the bulb.
I vote for larger.
Yeah, bigger.
Yeah.
And maybe some, I'm assuming that you're going to have, but I shouldn't assume, roots coming out of the bottom of the bulb.
Yes, there are a few now, but
add to the weight at
right.
the bottom.
May exaggerate the roots, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, and have them spread out from the bottom of the bulb.
Right. Well, Shar, when I do this, if I do put some of this heavy stuff on, that will cover up. I mean, I probably shouldn't spend a lot of time on the roots at this stage. Or should I paint them in?
Okay. But this isn't for me to necessarily decide. If here you have to think this through. This is good. This is why we're talking about it. If you fill that whole base almost with walnut medium, if that's then you also that root the bulb needs to be twice the size, because the walnut medium is going to take over in weight, physical weight. And so you're putting it around the bulb, and so that bulb needs to have enough oomph to it to balance the top, right? Okay. Now, if you say left the bulb the size it is and then put roots underneath it, and I think the roots need to be like, if you do roots, it need to be just as fantastical in the reaching out as the leaves at the top. It needs to have a flow that is, like mirrors it in a way. And then in that sense, you would only be putting walnut medium in specific areas. Maybe it's just going to be like a band, here and there, or just, so that's something we can talk about. But I mean, to right now think that the walnut medium would take over the roots is you letting go of control. You have control over how much medium you put. And if you want those roots visible, then you work the medium to support that.
Okay.
So if you want to use a whole bunch of walnut medium because you want that to be like very textured and indicative of all the things going on, then I would say your bulb needs to be a minimum twice the size.
Okay. Well, I think I would probably not just use all kinds of walnut medium, just enough to indicate that we have a little soil here.
Yeah. So then it wouldn't cover the roots.
Okay. All right. I'll just go forward and see what happens.
I still would make it a little bit bigger. There's something about, that like bulbs are, I know Kelsey gets bulbs all the time. Like I know that some bulbs are small. Like
yeah, but this isn't just.
I like how wonky it is though, and it's not perfectly round. I'll say that you made it more natural shape, and that to me is very nice.
Okay. Okay. And take the flower off the top.
I would when there wasn't any disgruntled reaction when I said that. I would. I kind of I think that it's not really about the tulip top.
Right.
And I think it's more about the earth below. And so having you can still see the tulip, I think is a really cool and bold move to say, I'm not going to show you the top of it. I'm going to show you the bottom of it.
Take that.
Right.
I like that.
Okay. Thank you.
Vale.
On the chick update of things, because
Mm.
I have to share because this is absolutely ridiculously hilarious. Is they're basically teenagers now. And last night, because they're in the room next door to me, I can hear them, which is why I'm talking about them. Um, so when I put the big chickens to bed and close the coop, I go in their room and I turn their light off. Okay,
Oh
they
my
have
God, I thought you were talking about kids.
yeah.
I was like, they're not that old. You're talking about the chicks. I never laughed so hard in my life. Oh my
They,
God.
so they last night. Okay, it was a couple of days ago, and I did post this on Facebook for anyone. So if you saw my stories, it was only a couple of days ago that I put in these big sticks so that they can perch and learn how to perch. And it's been working really well. Like I had initially, maybe a week ago, put in some that were too skinny and small, and it didn't work because when they don't feel safe, they won't go on it. Like if it rocks, it needed to be like better anchored and thicker piece of wood. So anyway, I got two, and they've got these really nice perches now, and so starting to fly. And
Wow.
yeah, and they're so it was like 8 o'clock at night, and I go in there to turn their light off, and I talk to them and sing to them and stuff, right?
Yay.
And they were all jumping around having a party.
You're the mother hen.
And I said, "Excuse me, everyone, it's time to go to bed." And they were all like, chirp, 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 flap, 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 flap. And they were bumping around here and there and everywhere.
Oh my
And
God.
And then I gave them another 10 minutes. I said, you have 10 minutes and come.
Not the 5-minute warning.
Oh my God.
And then so when I came back, they were still bopping, bebopping and shaking and shimmying. And then I turned the light off. I said good night. And then they went all crazy with like loud because
Oh my God.
they don't see well in the dark, right? And I just shut the light out. And so they like, oh, she did it. She wasn't lying. She came back and she shut the party down. I was like, don't mess with me. I will call the cops.
The mother hen.
Yeah, it was really funny.
That's neat. Oh my gosh, making memories.
Oh,
Yeah.
I get super stressed out because we have to build a brooder for the babies. Like when I think it's in a month they will start going outside and they need their own they can't be in the coop with the adults. They have to have their own kind of temporary brooder.
Mm.
And so Kelsey wants to build it. And I'm like, girl, you better start designing that or getting like materials. Like, I don't want to have to, because last year we've had to freak out and do that really quickly. And then that's actually partly why what happened when we lost all of the chicks because it wasn't secure because we did it so fast.
Oh.
So, but Kelsey, I learn a lot from her. I learn to just like, because I'm a doer. So is she, but she's also like, she just doesn't really stress about when things get done.
Mm.
And like gardening, if it dies, it dies, you know.
Mm.
And I get very anxious. I'm like,
Yeah.
I know what needs to happen, so why aren't we doing it? So I've been constantly asking her, I'm like, girl, like, you know, we gotta account for timeline mishaps, just like getting sick, you know? And I'm like, what if this happens to you? And then we're down another week, 2 weeks. Like, we gotta get on this. And anyway, yeah, so they're gonna be outside, and then she bought another, what is it, 5 babies and 2 adults that will be delivered at the end of June. And so there's going to be like,
chicks?
No. Oh, well, she bought them from a place that sells them.
So you're going to have a lot of chicks.
Well, okay, they'll be different ages. So these guys will be like still in their teens when the chicks come.
Right.
And they'll be now in the house, so that the 5 will be where they are right now. And yet the 2 adults should just be able to go in with the other adults. And then these 10 babies in this room right now, we don't know what their sex is. If they end up being roosters, she'll get rid of them.
Okay.
Oh.
In various ways.
No men allowed.
Yeah, it's not good to have competing roosters, especially if they're aggressive. The rooster she has right now is super small and he's chill, so he's a good rooster to have.
That's because he has all the female around him.
Yeah. No, some are just innately bastards. They come out of the egg like that. Serious. I'm not joking.
I'm making up my own story here.
And then if you breed them, if you don't get rid of them, if you breed them or you give them away, then they pass on that aggressive gene.
Oh.
Sounds like my dating life.
That's right. We were along the same line. Yeah. It was the females that calmed him down. There was too many of them.
So you know Brewster, that she ended up becoming like she's sort of like my baby girl, right?
Hmm.
Um, so her and the rooster are in love.
Oh,
Oh,
And
cool.
so he's still a lot like he's still like it's non-monogamous, right? Like he will totally every morning get it on with all of them.
there we go. Here it comes.
But they hang out all day together.
Mm,
And so he like and I looked it up. They do have favorites.
mm.
Just like the hens have friends. So you know, I do notice you notice that like two of them together a lot because they're friends. And they like each other's company.
Love it.
And so yeah, Brewster and Little Gray. And we knew that. So this is going to sound so awful now, but this was last year when I would put Brewster outside and then I'd take her in at night. So she was in a separate area because she was the only like I was like different age. We lost the other chicks to a predator, and so she had to be very slowly integrated because there's like the hierarchy, right? The pecking order. It's a
Yeah,
real thing.
yeah, yeah.
So while she was in her isolated area, they had like a chicken wire fence between them so they could still see each other, and that was the whole point. Like you want them to see each other. Well, Little Gray, which is the rooster, he would come around and like dance for her,
Oh, yeah.
and she loved it. And Kelsey noticed it first, and I was like, no, like that's not a thing, right? And she's like, yeah, check it out. So then I was like, oh my gosh, because she's so young. I was like, he's a little Epstein. So I named him Little Epstein for a while. I was not none too happy with him because I thought he was like macking on the babe, right? But then as soon as she came of age, she chose him.
Ah,
And they are inseparable now.
he was working it.
Yeah. Yeah. And she also used to party late at night. I'd go out and it'd be like time to close the coop. And she would be like, I'm not going in there yet. Literally pick her up and put her in and be like, yes, you are. I mean, anyone who's grown up with chickens knows all this stuff, but this is like all new to me, man. And I love it.
Oh, gosh. Sure, what was it? Payne's gray and what else?
Like a warm brown,
Oh, okay.
like a burnt sienna.
Oh, I was looking for something and I went, oh, that's what happened to that brush. I've been looking for that forever. Oh my God, it was buried.
Did you like that video I sent, Lorna, where it's like it was totally a setup video, but it was cute. Where this woman's like, "Hey, friends, my husband just said he doesn't love me anymore, and we're getting a divorce."
Oh, yes.
And he's like, "That is not what I said." She's like, "What did you say then?" And he goes, "I said we're not going to the art store 3 days in a row."
That was fabulous. And I said, oh, I know exactly what you mean, but I don't have the husband. Ah.
Yeah, right. Oh man, I have such a list because I'm trying not to use Amazon. I also just want to go into the art store, but it's for me again, and for me it's like it's maybe like 40 minutes away.
Oh.
And it's not a bad thing. It's a really cool store. It's in Brockville. It's called
Okay.
Medium Effort, and it's fantastic. And I love Tim's the owner there, and he's just great. but like I need specific things, and I don't want to go to Amazon because it's well, you can't really get the things that like I want like a night trim charcoal paddle, and I want golden MSA spirits and like very specific stuff that I'd rather just go to the store and get off the shelf. But this list keeps growing, and I know it's going to be, oh no, sorry, buddy. I dropped my brush on the dog. Uh, I don't think I got paint on him. It's on the floor though. Shit. Yeah, I know it's going to be like $300-400.
Yeah,
You just can't win.
easily.
And yet I don't care. Like it's totally worth the money.
Oh,
Okay, I'm going to be right back. And then I think it'd be good to do a check-in because then when you get some feedback and we're still all together, you have time to implement it. For those who might have to check out exactly at noon. So a couple minutes to just know that we'll be doing a share, okay? Okay, okay. Yeah, I'll spotlight where I left off. So this is, getting there. Been enjoying just kind of scratching it in, seeing what else, just to create the flow. And then this whole mixed media process is like how much painting you want to do versus bringing in drawing elements. And I've always been a big fan of bringing in the drawing elements. So I'm trying to keep this really loose, intentionally. And so I'm happy to like put the ground on here at this stage, and then you can always paint more later. But yeah, that's how loose that is for what it's worth. Anyone want to share where they're at today?
Okay.
Oh,
Here.
wow. Okay, well that feels so good.
Oh, nice.
That
Kind of
feels
what you had
great.
in mind.
Yes.
That worked. That's awesome.
Should I leave any separation between petals here or just do that with color?
I like the two indications you have there. Works.
Okay. Okay.
That one big leaf is great.
Mhm.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
Thank you.
And I like the shape of the bulb and the roots.
Mhm.
Awesome, Betty.
Thanks.
Very nice.
So put ground over this now?
Well, we'll
You-
do it together. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I mean, yes. I mean, you know how to do it. So yes, the answer is yes.
right, right.
Although I would make, are you going to leave a lot of the wood?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe I should have probably, although it doesn't matter because this is acrylic,
Yeah.
put in some background color now, maybe.
Like a wash, like really watercolory, like hardly, like tea stained, even.
Right, but then I didn't think about this before. I probably should have done that first because now I should probably try to do it like paint around the leaves, kind of.
If it's so watered down acrylic, you can it won't affect
Won't
them.
matter. Okay.
And that's another reason to just do it like a tea stains, like watery
Watery.
with water. Yeah, wash. Just let it. And it's just that you want to, if you do that, which I would, because coming in with pastel over top of raw wood is like, it's almost like coming in and trying to do something on white paper where you have to cover it all. Like you're going to want to cover it up. And I know you very well.
Yeah.
So
But
I think,
then, but then you would put the ground over that after the background is painted.
Yeah. And so that was my thought is to come in and I would actually do brush strokes, like make it and not just so smooth, and like give us some action, that there's air and life in and around this tulip that is making it come alive. You can see, let us see the pitter patter, like let us see the impressionist brush strokes. That's my suggestion.
With the ground, you mean?
No, with
The wash.
the watercolory wash, like like let's see the strokes.
Okay.
This is really watered down. You can still see the wood, but just don't try and make it like it's an illustration poster.
Right.
That is flat. So I think that'll complement the illustration of the flower and roots really, really well, to have something with movement. And again, barely there, really watered down, neutral, like a brown, a sepia or something.
So don't try to make it look like a sky or the.
Oh yeah. You wanted the sunset.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Right now, it does look like an illustration.
Yeah. No, I like the sunset idea. So that's just keep in mind that
Okay.
think Turner or Monet when you think about the sunset, like really allow that sunset to be in an atmospheric situation instead of a screen print.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
Lorna?
Me? Okay. You can't, I don't know if you'll be able to see them, but the little roots are through the whole bottom. The
Oh,
new,
that's fun.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
That's lovely.
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh, your flowers have such character.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I can't see the roots. Now, is it just the contrast or?
see,
Oh, okay, cool.
it goes all through the bottom.
Very nice.
Lovely.
That was fun.
Yes,
They're little buds coming out, flying in the wind.
they are. They're dancing.
They're baby chicks.
They're the
That
babies. The
that
babies.
was fun.
So where your sky meets the yellow,
Yeah, it's too abrupt.
it is. So maybe some yellow can come into the blue, or vice. I would maybe let the yellow come right up and out.
Yes. Yeah, I was in a hurry. It's a big one.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, as you know, just kind of keep coming back to it, and it's not about making big changes. It's actually
Yes.
like you spend a lot of time. We can spend a lot of time on subtleties, color within color, just giving that complexity.
Yeah.
Why did I say it like that? Complexity.
It's the cold.
I feel like my glasses are like really down on my nose.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just awful. The sinus part has been the whole 2 weeks, and it's been terrible. Rini?
Oh yeah, so I switched to a sort of more focused picture. I don't know if you can see that. I'm sorry my light is so bad in here.
I love that it's on that nice chunky block and
Yeah.
taking the space.
So we'll see.
Perhaps, is it something that you've, chosen to do in your work before, like having the image go off the edge since you have such a big gallery edge?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, so like continue it on the edge?
The seeds enveloping the surface?
Right. Okay. That's a good idea. I like that.
I think it'll work on that side.
Yeah, I do too. I like that.
Cool.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you make it look so easy, Rainey.
Yeah.
What?
You do. Just going for it, getting paint down, being bold with colors and your brush strokes, and then also the great design of the way that you've allowed that all the negative space between the leaves. It really feels like I'm right there with it.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So what ground are you? I should be asking. So I know Lorna has clear gesso. What ground do you have, Rini?
Oh, I have a clear gesso.
Okay. So I see that some of your strokes have edges that are probably going to need time to dry. You might want to be doing the ground tomorrow.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to put in the.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll demonstrate it before we go, but.
Okay, great.
And then Betty, you're doing soft pastel ground. I'm gathering.
I think so. That
Okay.
I just do that after I get the background in.
Yeah. Just which ground you're just so I have.
How would this, Sharlena? How would this differ if you were doing it on a canvas?
So canvas isn't my favorite because you see the texture through all of it. You see the texture of the canvas through even the ground.
Right.
And so and like canvas weaves people think they're not so obvious, but they are. And I feel like it interferes with the drawing stage. And
Okay.
like you can't get there's just like less control.
Yeah.
And then it's a competition of textures as well.
Right.
So having something that is smooth to begin with, and this goes for even the grain of paper. Like I'm not the biggest fan of a rough watercolor paper for a mixed media approach unless it's extremely abstract. Then it can be of help. Like then texture is actually one of your focus.
Okay.
When it comes to like putting your materials together and making choices. So less texture for in any mixed media that introduces drawing is my choice.
Okay.
That's a great question, because I'm not entirely anti-canvas at all. It's just over the years, I'm like, wish I didn't. And our first conceptual one where I chose like a canvas panel.
Right.
So if I put down the dry media ground on top of this, you will still see the canvas texture, and then I'm bringing in soft pastel, and then I mean, it's a personal preference, but I feel like it's a competition. Okay. So I tend to like, I'm happy that birch has sort of made its way mainstream these days, easy to acquire, relatively the same price in a way.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Christine. Wow.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Oh, that is cool.
My gosh.
Aren't those colors awesome?
Yeah.
That is
It's
cool.
Yeah, baby. And fantastically applied with the energy of the strokes and just the push and pull of like the translucent areas, which is, and then there you got your bright colors and your neutral, which really is a big so wonderful minimal palette, but yay for impact. It feels to me like a small little forest, like if I was an ant and looking up at these things going like, but this is my rainforest. This is my world.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
Stupendous. I
really like the colors.
And so I would stop there with the painting, put the ground down, because whatever you bring in color wise, whether it's soft pastel or it like oil pastel, it doesn't matter. I think this painting stage is just very nice to leave off on.
Yeah.
And what ground would you like to use?
Probably the clear gesso. I like the line in it.
Nice. Okay.
Especially with soft pastel because it picks up some and leaves lines. So.
Ooh, okay. That's because I know you've in the last year you've really played with grounds in that way with the gesso and some of the classes we've done. So it's nice that you're refining your preferences. Very good.
So I'm not going to be here next week.
Oh, okay.
I leave tomorrow.
Oh yeah, Japan.
I'm going to Japan.
Oh, how exciting.
Wow.
Tomorrow is the day. So
how
I will work on
exciting.
this when I get back and post, and I'll check out the recording of the last class.
Fabulous. That's great. Yeah, your number one is to get some good sleep.
Yes.
Oh, which airline?
Air Canada.
Okay.
On the way out, we fly Toronto, Vancouver, Osaka.
Nice.
And then on the way back, it's one flight from Tokyo.
Honestly, they're geniuses. They're absolute geniuses at what they do when they turn the lights down and then you always get, I'd say,
a little melatonin to help and
smart
all the things. So
yeah, the food's actually reasonable too because I've done an Air Canada on the way back. Cathay Pacific was like I'd say number one bomb, but they're expensive.
Points. We're going on points.
Yeah, so
that's why Air Canada. Yeah,
those points are useless unless you use them. So
exactly.
Good.
Exactly. So.
All right, thanks for the reminder because I was wondering when your leave date was. Okay.
But I will have the recording and I'm good with that. So we'll move forward.
Yes. And you're in a really good place to leave it and know that you have this inspirational thing in your studio. That's a nice trick for what it's worth, everyone. Again, this is from, what I've learned from inspirational professionals that I've maybe not known even in person, but when you hear about like how this artist works, to have something in your studio that you leave off at the end of the day that is incomplete, or you start something just enough so that the next day you're not coming into a blank page. That is actually like a really good setup for no matter whether you're hobbyist or doing it for sanity or professional. It's all across the board really nice to not say, oh, I finished everything for the day, I'm just going to clean up and leave. Just be like, wait a minute, did I have an idea? Can I prepare a surface? Anything just to get a little excitement when you come back in. You're like, oh, that's waiting for me. And Laura, love, let's see what kind of paint is down on your surface today.
I'm still working. I need to add more contrast to this.
Nice.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Yes, very nice.
Oh, this was a complex puzzle, and you nailed it. The circular folds and they're like little hugs. I feel like
interesting. Yeah.
Little leaves hugging each other.
Like a puzzle.
Yeah.
Took me a minute to get started because it can get confusing. I still want to like add contrast and stuff and put some more background. Fix a little bit of that, give it more contrast, but
I like so you nailed the rendering of the shapes really well. So something to consider is if you follow along sort of with my media approach, next session will be putting in shadows with charcoal. So shadows with charcoal, highlights with whether or not it's maybe colored pencil crayon. I don't know what I'll grab. That's for all of us to think about. That is what is your favorite drawing medium? Okay. And then the ground sort of needs to support that. So I'm going to do a quick demo of putting down, I think I'll do clear gesso because that's more of the popular, whatever everyone else is using. And I can guarantee you I'll use some soft pastel, but charcoal is a for sure. And then I think between Caran d'Ache, oil pastel, and colored pencil crayon, we'll just see what I'm feeling at the time, I guess. All right. Pardon me, I'll mute because this is when the threads get sticky. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. Make sure it's clear gesso or you just ruined your whole morning.
You're just going to paint white over top.
And I tend to take from the lid I'm going to clean this after the class. This is really goopy, but I tend to take from the lid. And then the thing about gesso is to apply with as least amount of brush strokes possible because it is very thick. It's what we call a high solids. So there's not a lot of water in here. And the more you go over, even in a minute's period of time, it gets thicker. And you can even feel that happening. Okay. So truly to think about this being a paint and the marks that it's leaving. So perhaps I want to mimic.
Yes.
And then I'll just say, try and get every little aspect, just so you're not running into bald spots. And then that's it. Leave it, love it. This is going to dry translucent. Again, for your sinks, to wipe off any excess before washing your brushes so it's not going down the sink. As a studio habit to always wipe off your brushes before cleaning them in your pot. If, for example, you don't like brush strokes, which I'm usually not even a fan of brush strokes, so I'm going to do it because I do find them interesting. But that would be then to use more like a credit card or a rubber brush, like a silicone brush or something, to then somewhat smooth that out if you want it to be as like continue to be smooth. So those are personal preferences. Yes, you can sand this when it dries and then do another coat. Absolutely. But for what we're doing, this is just fine. And it's just giving us the tooth that we need. Yeah. Any questions? Anything that you think we need to know?
I've really enjoyed these last two sets of classes. And maybe it's just, where I'm at, that the combination with the instruction being more about method and how you work and ideas, suggestions about how you approach things. And that has been a huge help to me.
Yeah, me too.
Because quite often I have some form of an idea, but no idea how to start. And this giving permission to try different things in different ways is really helpful.
Thanks.
Yes, thank you. And I hope you feel better. Please feel
Yes.
better.
I'm telling you guys, so in town, there's there's a really good show called Before the Summer Show, and I know half the artists in it. Some are from out of town. Well, actually, most are from out of town. And I'm getting all these messages like, "What are you up to this weekend?" And I'm like, "I'm not going to get anyone sick. I'm sorry, I can't come to the show." Like, I have so glad I'm at this point in my life where I don't feel guilty about abandoning, because there's always something happening. And so I don't feel like I'm missing out. This is life. It is what it is. It's not good or bad. It just is. And so I will never regret the time to focus on taking care of myself ever. And I will continue to do so because it is like the number one. And the animals, myself and the animals. And so I promise you that. Thank you. I think that I'm probably going to have the cough and stuff for a while. It just, you just have a little sneaky suspicious.
It lasts forever. Believe me, everybody I know that's had it lasts forever.
So, I'm also going to go back to the masks. There's only one time I have left the house. When I said I had never left, I lied. I did go grocery shopping because I wanted to get certain things, but I wore a mask. And I was like, no, I can't wear a mask at home with the kids, but when going out, I am a little, it's been on my mind since I moved last year that nobody is wearing masks. It's almost like everyone's forgotten that COVID still exists.
Back to normal.
And no way, man. No way. So that's whatever other people do is fine. But I think I'm going to go back to when I'm out in the world, using a mask. Especially
I've seen masks here.
Yeah.
I've seen people wearing them here.
Okay.
Public transit. I think on public transit, I wear a mask.
Yeah.
Because it's just a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that should be the norm.
Yeah.
And it's out of respect, not fear. So,
right.
Yeah. Cool. I love you guys. We're all we're in the same pod. We're
our tribe.
Seeds in a pod.
Yeah.
Right.
Safe travels, Christine.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful
Thank you very
work,
much.
everyone.
Yes. Thank
Be
you,
safe.
Sharlena.
Thank you.
Bye
See
now.
you next
Thank
year.
you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Yes.